God. Alright, so this, like it usually does, my computer is overcomplicating things. So yes, hello and good evening YouTube. This is Kamikaze. I literally am going to work in 10 minutes, and I just remembered, hey, I have to do a tag video, which has been a thing that I've needed to do for several weeks now, as a matter of fact. But yes, we're going to do this What Kind of Wrestling Fan Are You video, because, I have to by YouTube law. This is a tag video, though I don't know who to tag. So I'm just gonna say whoever wants to respond to this, go right ahead. Okay, so the first question is going to be wrestling or storytelling. Well, you know, I think it really depends on who it is, because you know what, Kalisto is just a mess on the mic. And in a program, he's not that amazing. But just in a one-off match, just with, you know, random Joe, he could put on a great show. So, but as a whole, I really enjoy the wrestling part. But if a story can be weaved into that, that works great. Then it just makes the package even more complete. So I'm going to go with wrestling. When did you start watching wrestling? What era? Oh god, everyone's gonna hate me. I started watching wrestling in 2009. Right when everything got terrible. So yeah. Yeah, that was... Oh man, there was barely anyone actually good. And the guys that were good were overshadowed or buried weekly. Yeah, weekly. The Nexus became a thing. That was entertaining. And then they got buried. I mean, I've been watching since 2003. And in a way that I mean like 2003. I think it was actually more like 2001. But the point is, I was so young that I don't remember anything. And literally, all I remember is staring at the WWE logo. Because I was a weird child, and that's all I did was stare at the logo and not actually watch the show. Because I was a weird child. I remember that. So yeah. But yeah, 2009. I don't know what era that is. It's the 2009 era. That is when I started. What is your favorite era? The one we're in right now, whatever it's called, has been fantastic. I mean, I didn't actually, you know, live through the Attitude Era. And like going back, you can only look at it from an outsider's perspective, really, because you know there's some matches that are great, but so much of it is just dumb. So much of the Attitude Era is just so much dumb stuff. Like take Doink the Clown, put him into a clone machine, and every clone it just gets, you know, worse. That's the Attitude Era. It feels like. But, like, the characters and, like, the identity surrounding it, like, if they were, and they were back then, if they were, like, the main events now, you know, that'd be great. That'd be fantastic, because we have a really stacked mid-card here in 2017. So, if we could have Attitude Era levels of, you know, superstardom for the characters that we have now, you know, that'd be amazing. Okay, question 4 is heel or babyface? Ooh, that's a tough one because I've always ran on the side of the heels because the guys that I like most have always been like top-notch heels, like CM Punk and Randy Orton. They work best as heels. But like it really depends on who pulls it off. Once again, whoever is actually pulling it off. Cause like, you know, there's a lot of people that can play great heels, but then there's people who just can't. I guess it really, you know, especially like The Miz. Like, he's amazing heel. In what universe would you ever turn him face, let alone for like a year? That is what I wonder. But yeah, yeah. I'm gonna pick heel just so I can have a decision. Fast-paced or slow-paced? Well, I absolutely love Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, and, you know, them guys. So I'm going to go with fast-paced. And you know, I guess if and to go back to question one, if there's a good storytelling going on in a slow paced match, like they're working a limb or something, or someone's just getting, you know, destroyed like Cena at SummerSlam versus Lesnar. You know, if it's a slow pace and the story is there, I mean, if it makes sense story wise, I enjoy that. But if it's just like, you know, if it's just like two fat guys, like just Mark Henry and Big Show just slapping each other slowly for 20 minutes, then no slow pace for me. So fast paced, independent or mainstream. I'll be honest, I don't have the opportunity to watch much independent, and I never really did. I mean, you can watch Ring of Honor whenever on the TV, but yeah, it's always been mainstream for me. I even watched TNA back in 2010. Oh God, TNA in 2010. But yeah, I mean, I have every opportunity to watch independent wrestling now, but I never gave it a shot before now, so you know. Okay, so 7 is free TV or pay-per-view. Well, now that I have WWE Network, I don't have to worry about that anymore. Yay. But they always save the best shows for pay-per-view. But I really liked those days back when I was on PS3 YouTube, when I would search out all those crazy, shady streaming sites, and just to be able to find one that showed a pay-per-view, like that's how I watched Money in the Bank 2011. I remember it was on PS3 YouTube. Well, not YouTube, but it was on the PS3, and it was so laggy. It was just terrible. It looked awful. It sounded awful. It played awful, but I watched it, and I loved it. But yeah. Now, free TV, you know, you still get pretty good matches on free TV. I mean, you know, it's sometimes there's some stupid things that happen on free TV, but it's nothing like when there were like dance competitions for no reason other than to have dance competitions like back then. I mean, you still get a dance competition every now and then, but it doesn't feel, you know, like it's it. Like that's all that you get on free TV. But yeah. I'm gonna pick pay-per-view just because that's the best stuff that they have. Spoilers or non-spoilers? I love my spoiler on my car, but I'm going to have to say I hate spoilers in all forms of entertainment, even predetermined stuff like wrestling. Because, you know, if I'm just sitting around just watching a show and I'm, like, anticipating something happening, it feels a lot less fun because, you know, when I first played through Heavy Rain, I knew the ending. So that was really annoying. It took out the whole mystery and mystique of the game, and it really felt a lot less dramatic. And the same will go for wrestling. I mean, if I know that someone's returning, I'm gonna be like, okay, I'll try to make room in my atrocious work schedule to watch this, but yeah. But if I'm just casually watching it, I'm not expecting it, it'll feel a lot more special. Just like when Triple H returned to face The Undertaker a second time. Like, I was not expecting that, but I was thinking, you know what, we haven't seen Triple H for a while. And then he popped up, like, a day later after I thought of that. And I was like, well then. Yeah, spoilers and non-spoilers. I despise spoilers in all forms of media. So I'm going to go non-spoilers. WWE Network or DVDs. I don't think I own any DVDs. No, I own, like, the complete SmackDown collection. Or at least I used to. God only knows where that ended up. Yeah, but the network is so much more convenient. Plus, the only DVD player that I really have anymore is my PS2. Not really keeping up with technology, am I? PG or not PG? I think I have to go back to the heel or babyface for this. Because PG or not PG, like, the Attitude Era wasn't PG, but there was still a lot of ridiculous stuff that happened. And today is PG, but there's been so many great things that have come of it. And I think, like, what you really need for PG versus not PG is the correct set of writers. If there were better writers for the PG era, like you could turn, like a good writer could turn the PG era into like something as good as something like The Lion King. Like The Lion King is PG, maybe, and that's amazing. And they only had to work with, you know, PG ratings. I mean, yeah, if you have the right writers, you could make PG or not PG, either one of them. Just the greatest thing ever. I think the answer to this question is just get better writers. And I feel like, you know, being in a PG era where PG things happen, and you know that makes cuts more rare. So when you see one, it's a lot more jarring and unexpected. Chair shots to the head, you know, those are always fun. But you know, you don't get them as often in PG era. But you know, God, it really just depends on the writers, doesn't it? For the sake of answering the question, I'm gonna say not PG. Just because I want a little bit more ECW, but yeah. But in all, I just want better writers. And that is my answer. So, those are 10 questions for What Kind of Wrestling Fan Are You tag video. Once again, I still don't have anyone to tag, so whoever is watching this and wants to respond to it, go right ahead. And yeah, that is the video. Yay! So anyway, thanks for watching. And I will see you in whatever video that I happen to make next. I'm going to reset this so I don't forget to. Anyway, yes. Goodbye.